Welcome to my final Walking Dead Daryl Dixon the Book of Carol Season 2 episode review video. This, of course, being the Season 2 finale, which I watched on the YouTube AMC Plus channel. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon the Book of Carol, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which, of course, I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And as many of you know, I'm a massive Walking Dead fan. I've covered a lot of Walking Dead stuff on this channel. I reviewed every single episode of the main Walking Dead show. I've already reviewed all the episodes thus far of the Daryl Dixon show. I've reviewed all the episodes of The Walking Dead Dead City, and I've reviewed all the episodes of The Ones Who Live. So what I'll do for your viewing pleasure, I'll put my link to the Walking Dead series finale, Rest in Peace, right there. I'll put all my Daryl Dixon show stuff right there. I'll put my Walking Dead Dead City stuff right there. And, of course, I'll put The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live stuff right there. Make sure you check all those videos out and let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any thoughts, please let me know that you're watching them. But I'm a big fan. Honestly, though, I must say this Daryl Dixon show, while it looks incredible and the spectacle of the show is really good, the whole French stuff really gets on my nerves, and it makes me kind of tune out the episode as I'm watching it. So I know it's a different story, which we need something different in the Walking Dead universe. I admit that, but it kind of loses my attention. It makes me annoyed that I'm watching this show trying to listen to this dialogue that I can't understand. But that's just me. Maybe I need to learn a new language. I don't know, but it annoys me a little bit. I feel like The Last of Us is the Daryl Dixon show, but on a much better scale, and I can understand it thus far. So whatever the case may be, watch this show, reviewing all the episodes, and I hope you enjoy what I try to do as far as putting this content out. So with that in mind, with all that said, this will be The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon the Book of Carol, Season 2, Episode 6, the Season 2 finale. The title of this episode is called Au revoir, les enfants, and this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. Daryl has found a guitar in a trunk of a car and has given the guitar to Laurent to play. Daryl tells Laurent he'll stay behind. He's been alone before and he'll make it back. Daryl seems to be getting a little emotional while Laurent plays a song. You can always get what you want. Carol tells Ash she wants him to know she won't be coming with. She wants him to take Daryl and Laurent. She tells Ash, please don't take it out on them. Falou and Cadron check out a building. Sadine, the general, the second in command for Madame Genet, and company have captured Falou and Cadron. They tell Sabine that Daryl and the others have already flew away, but they've been watching the skies for 2 days and they haven't seen any planes. They are saved by Aquila, and they talk about needing to warn Dixon. Cadron knows exactly or where he happens to be. Laurent is worried that Ash doesn't like him. Daryl talks to Ash about being here to save a kid, and he still can. Anna gets stopped by Jacinta and Sabine. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Most of the stuff in this show I don't know how to pronounce. She wants the plane. That's what she wants, to make a deal with Jacinta and the pilot to help out. And then we see that Carol gives Daryl a crossbow. Daryl had to get a hard-on for that. Ash talks about getting the kid back to a safe place. So Daryl should stay behind as he can take care of himself. Cadron and Falou show up, telling them that Jacinta and Sadine and the whole army are after them. Anna was actually trying to double-cross Jacinta, and Jacinta ends up getting bit by one in the arm by one of these like acid walkers, but her people pull her out, and then Anna is actually trapped and mauled by the acid walker. So rest in peace to her. Daryl hugs Laurent and tells him we will see each other again. And then we have Carol, Ash, and Laurent are in the plane. They have found the plane. The army led by Jacinta, or Jacinta. I think it's Jacinta though. Needless to say, a shootout begins, and then Carol gets off the plane to help Daryl as Ash and Laurent are able to fly away. I hope they have instructions on how to get to the Commonwealth or Alexandria, because I know they've talked about it a lot, but I don't know if they have like specific instructions on how to actually get there. And then we have, because the plane got away and she's feeling the effects of that acid walker, Acinta actually shoots herself. And then we have Fiona and Agnes arrive, and Falou says that they will be the guides to the islands. And then Falou gets a kiss from Aquila, and then Cadron tells Daryl he's sorry about what happened to the nun, and Daryl says she's probably in a better place now, and then Daryl tells Cadron the skinny girl killed his brother as she beat him to it. So he would have done it, but she beat him to it, and she had told Cadron that he had done it. And I just watched season 1 before season 2 started airing, and I don't quite remember exactly what happened there. So I don't know if Daryl's lying or he was telling the truth. Carol then starts crying that all she can see of Sophia is what she saw after the barn. Mentions Lizzie and Henry. Daryl says none of it's your fault. We keep going. That's what we do. And then they arrive at the tunnel. Falou has a reason to stay, so he's not going to go with them. He wants to stay with Aquila. And then the group in the tunnel, or the group in the tunnel goes through a checkpoint, and they come to a point where there are a bunch of walkers like Lane that might have like some biochemical stuff involved with them, and it actually makes our group hallucinate things. So we have Carol see Sophia, which she's seen Sophia a few times this season, but now she's seeing her again. And then Cadron starts freaking out after tackling Daryl down, saying, "You killed my brother." And now we have Carol following Sophia. And then Carol sees a walker that looks like herself now, and she's very hesitant to put it down. And now Carol actually sees the real Sophia, like the regular Sophia, not turned Sophia. And Sophia runs over to Carol and gives her a hug with her stuffed animal thing. And then we have Fiona and Agnes, the two people that were supposed to lead them through all this stuff. They turn on Daryl, and because Daryl went back to try to get a gas mask, because hopefully that would help not hallucinate. And now Daryl hallucinates Isabel, and she tells him, "You think it's over, but you won't die here." And then there's a point where you see this soldier-looking guy or pilot or whatever, and I don't recall who that is, but it was after another Isabel hallucination. But we have Daryl killing Fiona and Agnes, and then Carol meets back up with Daryl. They both put gas masks on and say, "Let's go home." And that's what ends this episode and season 2 of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol, which next season, from what they told us at the recent con in New York, there won't be any subtitle. It'll just be The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, and no other title. So that'll be better than this mouthful. I'm going to score the episode an 8.5 out of 10. And my characters of the episode, because Daryl is the character of every episode, but if we have to go to a secondary character, so my throat's getting acted up here, I'm going to go with Falou and Carol. And, I want to give it to Ash and Laurent, but they're not in the episode that long. They kind of take off. Acinta could have been really good, but she, of course, died really quickly, so she wasn't a threat. So, like I said in my complaints earlier, I don't like the whole French setting. It just makes my attention span annoyed that I have to listen to this French dialogue, which is, we've gotten rid of a lot of the French characters now, but we still have Falou that likes to talk in French and the other characters, but I guess it's getting better, but I'd rather have them just go back to America if I had it my way, or Australia, or someplace that I can understand the language. Maybe it'll have an accent, but I can understand the language. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol, or The Walking Dead main show, or The Walking Dead Dead City, or The Walking Dead The Ones Who Live, or The Walking Dead World Beyond, or The Fear of the Walking Dead, or Tales from the Walking Dead, and all the other Walking Dead shows, and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol. What would you rate the episode, and who would you choose as a character of the episode? Rate the season. What did you think of this season? I know they said that it was going to be really awesome, and Norman Reedus said this was going to be the most amazing season of The Walking Dead yet. I don't think it was. I think they say that every season, and I was disappointed to a degree. I would rather have had them keep Isabella alive. And remember to click right here for my Walking Dead series finale review, The Rest in Peace. Click right here for my Daryl Dixon stuff. Click right here for my Walking Dead Dead City stuff. And click right here for my Walking Dead The Ones Who Live stuff. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.